time for another round of overrated or underrated. I'm going to read out a list of things and you're going to tell me if they're overrated or underrated. So first up, we have a suggestion by Luke, and he has titled it Content Creators / Cycling Influencers. He says, I follow a few of them, such as yourselves, Keep Smiling Adventures, some of Lawrence's stuff, and some of Trace Fellow. I find the content put out to be useful, inspiring, and I get a genuine feeling that they are thankful to be lucky enough to earn a living doing what they are doing. It gets me excited to ride my bike and plan my next adventure. Then I flick over to Instagram, which is saturated with hundreds of other content creators posting videos of them getting dressed to go out for a perfect ride in perfect weather with perfect kit whilst brewing an expensive coffee. It instantly turns me off of everything I like about cycling. I think these sort of images and outlets are hugely damaging to people looking to get into cycling. It feels like it almost makes cycling more elitist than it already is. I'd be interested to know what your thoughts of this kind of cycling for likes culture is, and may just be an age thing, but I just don't get social media anymore.
It's difficult for me because it's like, I hate that word influencer.
Yeah.
Now doing more stuff with you guys, and Francis sticking his camera in my face every few days in the bike shop. It's like, hey, loads of people coming, you're an influencer. And to my core, I hate it. But then do you think about, like, we're selling bikes and we're kind of influencing people to buy stuff or to do things. So yes, but it's a difficult one because, like, I agree with him. I mean, I just unfollow loads of people now that if they're doing stuff where I just kind of think that's not for me, or I just kind of, back in the day I used to kind of hate on it, when now it's more just unfollow.
Let it go.
Don't watch it, yeah.
I don't understand why people are so aggressively against influencers, because you can just not look.
I know, but I get it. But it's the term that's caused a problem, if that makes sense. So it is a thing of, like, and they are, don't get me wrong, there's loads of people on there that I think what they're doing, like, it annoys me massively, but it's taken me quite a while. I stopped looking now because you guys telling me to just stop looking, but I get that it's a problem. On the kit thing and perfect weather, it's just England where the weather is, well, it's not just England, but England, the weather's terrible. Back home in Styrkr, I rode in perfect weather every day. So I miss that.
You're saying some people just have better lives.
Yeah, I should just move back.
I do think Instagram is not real.
Yeah, but short form as well.
Yeah, and we're all programmed, whether we consider ourselves influencers or not. We are all programmed to show our best selves online. It's like a first date. You show your best self and you don't put in not even the bad bits, but just the boring bits. Most people's lives are incredibly mundane, I think.
Back to Chris Hall. Chris Hall's a good example because he takes people through his lows as well as his ups.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's a really good influencer, if you want to call him that, because he's honest.
But you're not getting the entirety of anyone's life ever, because there's loads of mundane parts that are just boring as well. And if you're sat at home going, my life is so boring, and you're seeing people riding in amazing places all the time, there's a disconnect and a jealousy and a bugger off kind of thing. And I guess we have to acknowledge that some people, well, probably a lot of people, are going to see us as being that. Although most of what we do is just sit in this room and talk about cycling rather than cycling.
But I wonder often, like with Francis, whether that is, because the channel's done well, whether that is purely based on when you do Instagram. So, I mean, I've posted like 100 times ever on Instagram. Terrible for it. Instagram, like you say, it is true what Luke over here saying, where it's people just post their like perfect lives, not everything. Where I think on YouTube generally with the vlog, the longer ones like Francis used to post quite often, it's like there's quite a lot of stuff that he's doing. You couldn't just...
It's relatability, isn't it? You're always going to have more relatability when you're vlogging your life every single day versus putting up a picture. A picture doesn't actually say anything.
Yeah.
I think, not even part of the problem, but I think one of the reasons that people get their backs up about this space is influencer has become a style of content, which it was never meant to be. It's not meant to be a style of content. It's meant, the whole function of it from a marketing perspective is identifying individuals that have an influential following as social media grew. So historically, like Nick's a great example of it. He owns a bike shop which have customers. He has influence because he can say to them, you should buy these products because I think they're great, or because I'm being paid to sell these products. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. The point is you have influence over people buying. People that run cycling clubs probably have influence over the members of that club. the thing with social media is you all of a sudden had people which had followings of random people from all over the world, and marketeers or marketers wanted to look for people that had an element of influence. But the thing that's got really weird is that it's now a style of content.
It is.
So how many cycling YouTubers are there that create vlogs that just because, I don't even know why, just because they want to be, I don't even know how to explain it.
It's almost the OG influencers have influenced people into becoming influencers or making influencer style content. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like meta, isn't it?
My advice to anyone listening to this that is a content creator / cycling influencer or wants to be one is don't look at stuff and go, oh, they're wearing this thing and they've got this camera and they're doing it in this style and they're using this kind of music and therefore I'll do that. Look at it, learn how to make good video, learn how to make film, tell your story, tell the stuff that you want to tell. Don't go bikepacking. Vlogging a bikepacking trip is going to make me an influencer and make me loads of money. Like, well, no, it's boring to most people unless you have skill or a story or a method. Work out, look at it, look about what is unique about you. What do you bring? Why would someone want to give a shit about you rather than anyone else? Don't just do stuff just for the sake of it.
Also, to non-influent, regular people, if you dislike content creators / influencers, your viewership, your attention is like your currency. So just don't give them your currency. You know, for a content creator influencer, you are made or broken on your engagement, your likes, your views, whatever it is. So if you don't like them, don't watch them. Scroll on. I recently took myself off Instagram. I'm technically still on there, but I'm not looking at it. I don't really post. I don't really do anything.
You're not on Instagram anymore?
I don't.
You can have a lot of reels when you log in next then.
Oh, he always sends me stuff. It's so annoying.
He just forwards you the thousands I send him every day.
Yeah.
I only use Instagram for reels. I'm obsessed.
I don't even look at yours anymore.
But I'm not. What I'm saying is, I'm not actively posting, and I'm not really actively looking at people on there either because.
And don't
care.
And all for the keyboard warriors out there, just remember your negative comments actually makes these people more money because
it's true. That's why some people are professional agitators for a living.
Ugh. That is the reason I don't use social media as much as I used to.
Yeah. But literally, like, you can grow a YouTube channel just on hating on other people because it, gets whatever gets likes and engagement and comments works. What are we saying? Overrated or underrated?
I think at the moment the majority is overrated.
Yeah, you can't say underrated. They're everywhere.
I'm going to say underrated because they have changed so many people's lives, and that doesn't mean all of them. That doesn't mean even the majority. The point is there are cycling influencers out there. How many people listen to this have been influenced by Francis's adventures over the years, the stuff that Francis has done? How many people have learnt from videos that Francis has made in the past? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions, and therefore underrated because they do make people's lives better. There's just a lot of rubbish ones out there.